Are you a breastfeeding mama struggling with a perpetually hungry baby like me? Your baby won't usually waste any time telling you that they're hungry. There'll be a number of signs they'll give you to let you know that they're ready to feed. However, some babies may be hungrier than others, and you may start to wonder why your baby is constantly hungry, even after being breast or bottle fed. Why does my baby not seem satisfied after breastfeeding? Babies have grown rapidly, so they are also very tiny and fragile at this age and have immature digestive systems. Breastfeeding seems to bring no satisfaction to your baby, no wonder it does after you combine the two. The frequency of refills is sufficient to help supply your milk well. Signs your baby is hungry. By the time your baby is crying, they're likely already very hungry. Crying is usually a late sign of hunger in babies. Before they cry, babies normally patiently signal that they need a feed with several kinds of hunger cues. It's up to you to learn to read the common hunger cues your baby is showing you. Here are some early hunger signs your baby might exhibit. Being more awake and active, thinking about food makes babies excited. Turning their head to the side, as if looking for food. Opening and closing their mouth, like little birds waiting for the parent bird in a nest. Turning their head toward the breast or chest, or a bottle. Making sucking motions with their mouth, even if they don't have a pacifier. Smacking their lips, drooling more, or sticking out their tongue. Sucking on their fingers, hands, or clothing. Clenching their hands into little fists, they're getting a little frustrated and impatient. Staring at you and following you around the room with their eyes, if you're the primary person who feeds them. Making the sound neigh. Just before a cry means they're hungry. Early feeding cues are really useful when it comes to feeding your baby, as it means that you can feed them before they become upset. This keeps feeds with your baby far more relaxed. If your baby is crying, that's quite often a sign of late hunger. Spotting early feeding cues will become easier as you get to know your baby. With a little bit of time, you'll start recognizing when your baby needs to be fed and how they tell you. How do I tell if my baby is still hungry after breastfeeding or bottle feeding? Knowing when your baby has had enough milk isn't always easy, especially during the early days of breastfeeding. It's common to wonder if your baby is getting enough milk. If your baby isn't hungry anymore, it's possible they'll try to tell you by closing their mouth, turning their head away from your breast or their bottle, ignoring the bottle or your breast, slowing down or falling asleep during a feed, relaxing their hands. It really helps to understand your baby's cues. They'll prove vital for knowing when your baby is starting to feel hungry or when they've had enough. It may take some time before you get the hang of things and feel confident that your baby's getting the milk they need, but rest assured you'll get there.